Welcome to Creative Imperfections. I'm Kelly, and I am so glad you're here. Think of this podcast as your safe place to be your beautifully messy self. Let's dive in. I don't know who needs to hear this today, but maybe you've been standing a little too close to your own campfire. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Imagine you're camping. It's late, the sun has gone down, the stars are out, and someone finally gets the fire going. At first, everyone naturally scoots in closer. It feels amazing. The warmth is comforting. The light makes everything feel a little safer. You're roasting marshmallows, telling stories, laughing. Then something happens. If you stay too close for too long, it stops feeling good. Your face gets hot, your legs feel like they're baking, your clothes start smelling like smoke, you're squinting because the heat is hitting your eyes, and suddenly you're not enjoying the campfire anymore, you're enduring it. So, what do? You don't put the fire out, you simply move your chair back a few feet. It's such a simple adjustment, but somehow we forget that this same principle applies to almost everything in life. Sometimes we get so close to our work that we lose perspective. As creatives, we love what we do, at least most of the time. We throw ourselves into auditions, projects, businesses, goals, social media, networking, learning, marketing, podcasts, coaching, classes. And somewhere along the way, we convince ourselves that the more time we spend feeding the fire, the better everything will become. Until one day we realize we're exhausted. Not because we don't love it, but because we've been sitting too close. Burnout is sneaky like that. It doesn't usually make itself well known right away. It shows up when you're staring at your computer for 20 minutes and can't remember why you even opened that browser. It shows up when every audition feels like a chore instead of an opportunity. When something you used to be excited about suddenly feels heavy. And then because we're humans who love making up stories, thanks, brain, we assume something must be wrong. Maybe I've lost my passion. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe I'm just lazy. Or maybe you're just sitting too close to the fire. The answer isn't always to quit. It isn't always to push harder either. Sometimes it's literally just moving your chair. Take an afternoon off. Read a novel that has nothing to do with your career. Go to the beach, paint something terrible. Take your kids to the park, watch a movie without analyzing the performances. Go get ice cream on a Tuesday afternoon because you can. The fire doesn't disappear just because you stepped back for a little while. In fact, something very interesting happens. When you step away, you start appreciating the warmth again instead of only noticing the heat. And I think this is true with people too. Sometimes we love helping everyone so much that we become emotionally crispy. We answer every text, say yes to every favor, solve everyone's problems, and become everyone's emotional support human. And after a while, we're wondering why we feel resentful. It isn't because we stopped caring, it's because we've forgotten where our chair is supposed to be. Healthy distance isn't rejection, it's sustainability. The same thing happens with our goals. We obsess over them, right? We check numbers every day: followers, downloads, bookings, income, subscribers, likes. We refresh again, refresh one more time because surely something magical happened in the last 37 seconds. Eventually, we're measuring our emotional well being by statistics that fluctuate more than the stock market. That is standing too close to the fire. Take 2 steps back. Do the work, trust the process. Let the fire do what fires naturally do. It doesn't need you poking it every 30 seconds. And on the other side, sometimes we stand too far away. Fear can make us do that. We want the warmth, but we're afraid of getting burned. So we watch everyone else around the fire while convincing ourselves we're fine where we are. Except we're cold, comfortable maybe, safe perhaps, but still cold. Balance lives somewhere in the middle, close enough to feel the warmth, but far enough that you don't lose yourself in the flames. And I think that's what we're all trying to figure out. Not how to eliminate the fire, not how to build the biggest one, just where to put our chair. So today, ask yourself one simple question. Where have I been sitting lately? Am I so far away that fear is keeping me from participating? Or am I so close that I'm starting to burn out? Because the beautiful thing is, you don't have to rebuild the fire. You probably don't have to change careers. You probably don't have to throw everything away and start over. You might just need to move the chair. Sometimes the smallest shift creates the biggest relief. And maybe that's today's creative imperfection. We spend so much time believing life requires huge, dramatic reinventions of ourselves when what it often needs is a few feet of healthy distance. The fire can keep burning. You just don't have to stand in it. Thank you for listening to Creative Imperfections. Always remember, there's magic in the mess. If you enjoyed this episode, share it, subscribe, and keep showing up for your beautifully imperfect journey. Until next time.